Out of nowhere, question of the week is going to my guy, Chano Hayes. What's going on, bro?
Here, not much. How are we doing today?
Doing well. So your question this week is, as a fan, do you want to see double champs vacate one of the titles, just give it up? Or would you rather see them lose it and then put somebody over and make a future superstar?
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a very tricky and a very delicate thing to do, right? Like there's no way. So ideally, double champ, right? Like main example would be Stephanie Vaquer, who just vacated the North American Championship, right? So obviously, she would vacate the minor championship to keep the world championship, right? Like
Right.
that's just a common sense thing to go do. So unfortunately, if she loses clean for the North American Championship, it kind of like, damn, that's your world champion now. So it's a tricky and delicate subject. We still don't know what her plans are for Stand and Deliver. Like, there's not an idea in sight yet. So it would have been interesting to see her defend both titles, but at the end of her North American Championship match, whoever she was facing at the main event would have cost her the championship to add more heat for that main event, if that makes sense. But ultimately, it's a delicate situation. I think vacating is just a safer route. It's a soft option, but it's a safer option to protect your double champ.
Sure. I mean, when you use Stephanie as an example, it's kind of hard because nobody on that roster is a better wrestler than her. I mean, you have Julia, but she beat Julia, so at this point, you're saying she is the top dog of NXT.
It's hard because it's like you got Roxanne right there, right? But Roxanne is obviously getting that. She's getting promoted. You know what I mean? She's going up to the main card soon. So if you do, it's like, all right, this is not a match that she's gonna win or whatnot. It's delicate, man. It's very hard to have a double singles champion at that and be able to pull off double duty while not looking weak at all.
Right.
A gauntlet would have been fine too. If she would have ran a gauntlet for the belts, that would have been fire. Hey, what up, Brody?
He agrees with you.
I'm not gonna hold you. It's fire. It's fire seeing the comments now, just straight up.
Hey, brother, we're gonna talk John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and who's winning. We're gonna talk about maybe Tony Khan fumbling two wrestlers, and we'll see if we agree with the NXT crowd. But before we get into all that, we are on a new platform. Let's go ahead and start our show.
Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring, four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion, your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating, you know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring, leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
What is going on, Ringsiders? Your favorite faction is back. I am Mark Hernandez, the founder. I am with Nit Ram, the one that makes you say, "Oh damn," and you already know I'm with Chano Hayes, Chano Theory, Tommaso Chano, and Nit Ram Gargano, I should say.
That's a crazy name. I'm not even gonna hold you. Tommaso Chano is crazy.
The deans of admission of Hater University. What's going on, fellas?
What is going on?
I'm not gonna hold you. We might expand to another building because my hate for wrestling is feeling strong lately. We might get another building. We got to fit some more students in there.
You know, we got Mo. I don't know if you tuned in last week, but you know, Mo and Hate University.
Yeah, Mo.
Listen, we're always looking for teachers. We got a few few dean slots open. You know what I mean? We're always looking for fellow haters like myself and my co-dean, NetRam over here.
Got Mark's the principal, right?
Yes, Booking Like Mark is the principal of the school. He's a teacher's genealogy. He hates all bloodlines.
That's a fact. We got some people in the chat. We got Brandon the Guy is in the building. What's going on,
You're
guy?
right.
What's going on, brother?
He's in the building also. He says good evening, fellas. And Brandon also says good evening. Championship culture, guys. The 3-count trivia tag team champions, which we're working on something with 3-count trivia. Rewriting something, I should say. We're sorry if the tournament got confusing, but we messed up trying to book a tournament on holiday break. That's on us. But all the winning teams that did pass that first round, we will be in contact with you guys because we have an idea that we're going to do. So we got to start off with the champions, and they got to defend. We don't have a number one contender yet. The Rams working on that, and I guess all the stats that go along with it.
Listen, number one contenders, me and Brandy Savage, we start off with a 25-0 lead because this is obviously rigged.
I like it. I like
We still gonna get smoked.
The final score 100-25.
Not rigged.
we didn't get a single. We didn't get a single point after.
It's predetermined. You know what I mean? But fellas, we're not on Riverside anymore. We swapped to the dark side. We are now streaming on StreamYard, and just a little bit different. We had to switch it up. For everybody, if you really want to know, Riverside is just not user friendly, and it becomes a hassle every now and then, especially when Ram's lagging, can't get his internet right.
True.
You know, so I pay for good internet, but Brandon says we're not getting it, so I don't understand.
He said I pay for good internet, so it's really Brandy's fault.
You know, it was good. It was good before he came. You know, that's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
He said, I'm not gonna point no fingers and blame no names, but it was good before the bad guy came over here.
And Brandon guy wants to know where the champion's at. The Bench Brothers. I guess y'all the Bench Brothers now too. All right, fellas, let's jump into our show with the first topic. Real high. Y'all already know what's going on. Y'all saw it on Monday Night Raw. I want to know what's going on. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. Did John Cena get cooked by Cody?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Cody solidified himself as a top 5 promo guy in the company. Clearly over little guys like The Miz.
I'm gonna go past that statement because that's an argument for a different stream. Because I was told we don't have an hour to talk about this segment. So I want you to know, just like my boy Dwayne does, I got notes, y'all. I actually have notes that aren't in your notes, so no one's going to say what I have to say. And we're going to start off like this. Why did Cody go 8 Mile to start off this promo? Cody came off straight hard with the, I already know what you're going to say about me. I do have an arm tattoo on my neck. I did get booed in the company I curated. He went straight 8 Mile, and it was just sad to see because Cena just chewed him up after that. I mean, Cena didn't even care what he said. He said, yeah, you said all that, but I'm going to attack you even worse. And, man, there was just parts of this promo where I was sitting there and I was like, this is why we couldn't do this 3 weeks ago. You know, we talked about it multiple times, like, oh, what are they waiting for? They had to wait. Honestly, they should have waited more because there's nothing they can do that makes me want to cheer for Cody at this point. Give Cena that strap. Cena ate him up. All right, Shano, I'm gonna spit it. I'm gonna spit the bars, and you just let me know if I'm wrong or not. All right, bar. I am talent. Bar.
I buried. That was a bar. That was a bar.
I was like, mic drop right there. I buried mediocrity. Crazy. He buried Wade Barrett, who's on commentary. My boy didn't have a word to say.
He was sick.
John Cena made the word chauffeur a diss. like I'm trying to tell you. But one thing, you know, when Cena was throwing all these jabs, and you know, Cody had one little jab that I loved, and it was simple of, John, you were my hero. Or no, he said, you still are my hero, but you're a piece of shit. Because what Cody said there was, John, you are Hulk Hogan. Because that's the way these older people, older fans talk about Hogan. They know he's a piece of shit, but they'll still say, yeah, I'm a Hogan guy. I know, he's a piece of shit, but I'm a Hogan guy. Cody made Cena Hogan, and for that, he got a little jab in, but then Cena came back and just absolutely rocked his shit. Oh my God, did Cena kill this kid?
Nah,
It wasn't
Cody had
even
another
close.
bar. Cody had another bar when he was talking about, yo, your boy's not in the back no more. I was like,
Do you know why that's not? You know why I didn't like that? And Brandy got sick of me saying it because we watched this promo like 3 times in the car, and I kept saying the same thing.
That's hilarious. Poor Brandy.
The reason why I don't like that bar is because John could have easily said he didn't fly to my house to make me sign a contract. Because Cody should not be talking about how Old Man was obsessed with John. Because in that documentary, Old Man was obsessed with Cody. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, I'm gonna let that one slide. It was cute. But when Cena said, I built billionaire empires and you just robbed their kids, oh my God. Bro, I was crying for Cody. I was crying for him.
Listen, Cody tried to hold his own, but it's very hard to hold your own against the GOAT, John. Honestly, I wish more people would talk about Cody's lisp on some real dickhead shit. You know what I mean? Like every time he's cooking, he'd be like, yeah, that's why you sound stupid.
No, bro, you can't. Once you bring up the lisp, it's over for you. Like that's why I always felt bad for Elias. Once they brought up his lisp, you never heard, like you always heard it.
It was like that for Jack Swagger too.
Bro, you hear Cody's. It's not like a glass shattering moment. Like, oh my God, there is a lisp. No, it's clearly fucking there.
You're absolutely right,
bro. You can say "suffer and succotash" with a lisp, and it'll sound amazing because it sounds even better with a lisp.
And Cody did it with a bar when he said, "You want to talk about my lips? How I can't say words with S like Stardust?" Okay, that was cute. That's what I'm saying. I think Cena going 8 Mile was the worst thing he could have did.
It was dope because you clearly acknowledge that the man standing across from you is a complete savant here on the mic. You know what I mean? Like one of the goats on the mic is just picking somebody apart. Like people compliment. Oh yeah, I always listen. We don't know what The Rock is. The Rock is just out here doing rock shit. You're gonna watch him in Minecraft too, and you're gonna enjoy it. But you know what I mean, like Cena literally might be one of the greatest like battle wrestler ever. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to like mic on mic combat, Cena is that guy. Let's not forget he fried The Rock. I don't care what any of The Rock fans say.
And Roman.
Roman. This wasn't like good Roman. Like you know what I mean. But yeah, he toasted Roman too. But bro, he toasted the fucking Rock. To the point where I wasn't sure they were cool in the back.
That's how I felt about
that was a dick. Man. But he acknowledged his mortality. He acknowledged his mortality in front of the God, and the God said, "Not good enough."
So Ram, it sounds like you're not agreeing with IWC. Everyone's saying Cody Rhodes won this promo.
No,
Cody.
No,
it's just what they're saying. I've seen some people say John Cena don't got it no more. John Cena had to use low blows.
Do they have an American Nightmare tattoo on their profile picture? Because that would tell you everything you got to know.
Marcus, you got to stop talking to Mike after these promos. Mike's always gonna be.
So that's where I got nothing up with Mike.
Oh my God!
No. Do you think John Cena did good with the cheap heat though? With the quick jabs, the stealing millions of dollars from billionaires' children was crazy. That was a bar. That was a bar and a half.
Yo, TK's looking at this like, why you say fuck me for?
What I do to you?
John, I thought, listen, I know you don't work for me, but I thought we had a mutual respect.
We had lunch last Tuesday.
That's it. Eddie was like, that's right, he did steal my money. But no, so that's what people are just saying. Cody Rhodes won this war. Do you think after this promo battle, John Cena is going to win for the 17th time?
He has to.
He does have to. I'm not going to.
He has to.
A heel John Cena not going over. It's a debacle, right? Because if Cody loses, it hurts Cody a little bit, right?
Right. If
John loses, what's the point of John even turning heel? You know what I mean? Just to go on a heel run and just face all his old buddies? No, bro, I don't want to see. I think I want to see John Cena versus Randy Orton for the 25th time. No, fuck out of here. Randy's less mobile now. Like, bro, he's clearly a shell of himself, and John is clearly a shell of himself.
Bro, Rey Mysterio still got it, bro.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Mysterio still got it.
I'm not gonna hold you. Ray went down to Mexico. He got stem cell on his knee done, and my man looks amazing. My
Hey, bro,
man
Dusty,
looks great.
Dustin Rose still got it, bro.
He does.
That's because Dustin was. I feel like Dustin was never able to show his real bag, and now he's able to. And it's like, oh, okay, I see you.
You really. First of all, hold on. You really thought Vincent Kennedy McMahon was going to tell Goldust to go out there and give me a 5-star match?
You never know with Vince. He's a sick man. I can't tell sick people what to do. I don't talk for the mentally ill.
And just one last thing. One last thing on the whole Cena Cody thing.
I mean, we're not done talking about this. I have more questions.
For people that think that Cody actually balanced off, there wasn't one point in that whole segment where I sat there and said, "Ooh, Cody got him." But there was a lot of times where I bit my teeth when Cena would say a line. I was like, damn. You know, I thought Ron Simmons was sitting next to me, just screaming "damn" in my ear because I was I was like, man, holy crap.
Bro, it's hard, man, because it's like out of the guys that are wrestling right now in the E, there's not a lot of guys that can go tit for tat on the mic. You know what I mean? A lot of guys can do it fake. You know what I mean? Like they can improvise and shit. It'll sound like shit. You know what I mean? Like I know everybody brings up Tiffany versus Charlotte Flair when they had that thing on camera. And Tiffany was clearly overwhelmed, but it wasn't because Charlotte was amazing at it. You know what I mean? Charlotte just deviated from the script to what she thought sounded better, and Tiffany was like, okay, this sucks. But Cody is good for the tit for tat. It's just when you're a mortal man fighting a god, there's not much you can do. Let's face it, like Cena is the GOAT at battle mic skills to sell anything.
Right. So trying to think how I could. So after this promo, I guess you both agree John Cena has to win the title now. Do you think we get a promo from The Rock? The Rock has been mentioned the one time, or I should say a few times. He started all this off. We haven't heard about him yet from John Cena. Do you think The Rock will just come out and speak his word amongst the WWE universe?
He doesn't really need to. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of hate when The Rock's there. Only because he takes up so goddamn much time to do absolutely fucking nothing before he gets to his point. You know what I mean? Like, don't be wrong. Like I love hearing him call fans crackheads and whores and all the other good shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, he's gonna give you every second, though. You know what I mean? You're not gonna cut him off 2 minutes.
I love all the cheap shit from The Rock, but I'm kind of over The Rock's involvement in anything at this point. If he's not giving me Roman versus Rock, I low key don't want to deal with The Rock.
And
you know what I mean?
That too. To be honest,
it's kind of sailed.
Mm-hmm.
It really, bro. Last year was our best chance to go get it, and we couldn't get it. And it's fucking crazy. That would have been the cherry on top for Roman Reigns' title defenses. Dwayne The Rock Johnson at WrestleMania 41.
I mean, it can still happen.
At 41?
Nah. Or no. 42. 42 triple.
Oh, you can't. You know why you can't do that? Honestly. You know why you can't do that match? Because that match is obviously the main event. That's obviously one of your 2 main events. And neither The Rock or Roman would be on TV enough to push that match. It would be Paul Heyman on a mic half an hour every Monday and Friday selling that match by himself. And bro, that's why you can't do it. If there was a title involved, you could be like, yeah, it's a championship match. It is what it is. Like Roman's in his God mode. But you can't have you technically you could, but you still have Paul Heyman on the mic 45 minutes every week selling the shit out that feud when neither one of them showing up.
All right, it's story time with Paul Heyman. You know what I mean? He could sit down on a rocking chair and read a book as a promo. Give me the whole backstory.
And the IWC would be irate. A whole bunch of toxic mofos.
What are you talking about, bro? They would love it. It'd be you know how they do that. You know how the IWC guys, they be doing the time of wrestling. They be
bitching
like about Raw 5 minutes.
Bro, they bitching about Roman being the main event now. Could you imagine if you add another part-timer to the mix?
Great.
And The Rock's not even a part-timer. He's less than a part-timer. He's like a legacy show. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's an independent contractor for real. So
bro, I swear to God. Like, bro, he's like The Rock's a real asshole. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, my man's like, you know what? I could fit 2 hours into my time to go down to SmackDown or Raw this week. Yeah, I'll be there. Oh yeah, sure. Mr. Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, let me just rewrite my whole entire show to give you 45 minutes that you're gonna go over by another 15 to half an hour anyway. Thanks. Appreciate you, buddy.
You know The Rock don't read that shit anyway. They're like, here's the script. The script. Give me 45 minutes on a microphone.
I'm gonna call these people crackheads and they're gonna love it. And they do love it. I'm not gonna hold you. It is entertaining. I'm not gonna act like it's not. It's fucking crazy.
The Rock's like Tropic Thunder. I don't read the script. The script read me.
Bro, he calls people crackheads and like, oh my god, how did he know? How did he know that I did crack?
Every Sunday, John. No, after this promo though, how does Cody Rhodes bounce back to try to get one up on John Cena? But can John Cena have a better promo than this one? Sean Hayes.
This was the Johnson's last show before Mania. So Cody got the upper hand. That's just it. He hit him with the crossroads. By the way, John looked absolutely terrible taking that crossroads. Fucking god awful. I never realized how dog shit the crossroad looks until I saw John's limp, lifeless body just hanging there for the fucking crossroads. It looks like he looked like shit getting hit with it. You know what I mean? Like it just looked terrible. I don't know. But yeah, Cena's not showing up. He's not showing up.
You think we get one more promo from Cody?
He's gonna give us another promo until WrestleMania. My man's gonna do this on Mondays on SmackDown. He might show up to NXT. Shit, he might show up to TNA to cut this promo. Cody's selling this feud on his back. Like Cody's holding this shit down for real. And it's fucking crazy. Like, because at least Brock will show up, fuck shit up, and leave. You know what I mean? Like Cena don't even really want to fight him. Cena just wants the belt. Like Brock hated this man. They gave him something to work with.
That's all it is.
Cody's like, you're my childhood hero and you hurt me. Why would you do this, John? Oh, that's not a good enough reason because I'm the champ and the real champ is here. I'm like, no, Cody.
Because mediocrity is holding the standard.
It is crazy. That is a bar. I'm not gonna hold you. John never said that about Roman.
I started writing these lines down just to say to other people on the street, like, yo, John's cooking right now.
Just say it to your supervisor. Martin, we gotta talk. I am talent.
I am talent. But
great.
Cody's next promo has to convince me that he has a chance of winning because I don't believe it. There's nothing he can say that can make me feel like he's gonna make me believe. You know, he's gonna go out there. He's gonna be like, and you were out there while my dad. And he's gonna start crying. And my mom and my wife, who's interracial. And my baby, he does the same stuff every time. Look, he brings it up way more than I have. That's all I'm saying. He stays bringing it up.
I've never heard him bring up that his wife is interracial. I have never heard that.
It might have stopped after the Anthony Ogogo promo because that was bad.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. If he was like, yeah, my wife is a black woman, I'd be like, ooh, Cody, this is the route we're going. this is the route we're going, Cody, on national television.
Also, Cena calling, I keep going back to all the bars. Cena calling Cody undeniable when that's like Cody's big promo, the undeniable promo. Chef's kiss. I promise I'm done with the bars now.
He's not
Cena
done with
killed him. Cena killed him.
I got Cody in a 7-game series.
Well,
better than the Miz.
Game one just went to Cena easily.
Fucking the first 3 weeks went to Cena. Cody's fighting for his life.
Let's take a small break. We'll be right back.
Dive into a world where every pinfall, every suplex, and every promo is celebrated in fashion. From the legendary 3-count trivia to the iconic bad guy wrestling, we've got the latest gear to elevate your wrestling wardrobe. Show off your passion for the squared circle. It's not just clothing, it's a lifestyle. Come shop with us and unleash your inner champion at foursidesofthering.com. That's foursidesofthering.com.
foursidesofthering.com. You can cop our latest merch. Brandy Savage is not here tonight, sadly.
He said he was too good for us.
Yeah, I think he's on to bigger and better things. But I don't think so.
What the fuck is bigger and better than us? God damn it!
He left here with a briefcase talking about I had a date, but it didn't make sense. Like, you know,
he went with a briefcase,
full suit, ponytail up. I was like, yo,
I'm not gonna hold you. My man's left with the crib with a briefcase. You need to stop this man. What is wrong with you?
Hey man,
he's gonna come back.
He pays his rent. There's no curfew.
Listen, he's gonna come back with a Filipino bride and gonna have more questions than answers. Like, what
Oh,
does she
man.
eat? I don't know.
Never. What is happening on X, my guy?
I'm glad you asked because I was scrolling today and I seen some old people being haters as I do. Chano, I don't know if you've seen this, but Bret Hart said, AEW, I find them mostly actors trying to pretend to be wrestlers. They got to get on with the real wrestling and just quit the acting so much. Now, this was from Bret Hart. Bret Hart, may I mind you, Chano, is the man who introduced the AEW's World Championship, that beautiful title. Bret Hart is the guy whose brother is honored on AEW itself. Well, they have a whole tournament for this man's brother who passed away in the ring, sadly in his prime. AEW, who has FTR, who practically pray to this man every morning, night, and day.
That is true.
Okay? Bret Hart is going to say that AEW is actors pretending to be wrestlers. When AEW, quote for quote, because I don't want people saying I said it, is where the best wrestle.
I'm not going to hold you. Bret Hart definitely wasn't talking about old boys either. He was talking about everybody else. But FTR.
He was only talking about Danhausen.
And fucking Will Ospreay, that was it.
That's it. Yes.
Listen, man, you see why I hate these old people? Get these old people away from microphones in the ring, man. They're fucking terrible for the business. But, bro, it's so ignorant because it's like it's really ass backwards. Like you could say WWE is like Ergo. Shout out to Ergo with your toxic ass, buddy. He was like, yo, WWE's more cinema than AEW. And it's true. You know what I mean? Everything WWE does is to try to get a moment. They want a viral moment for their YouTube channels. And it doesn't even have to be a wrestling match. AEW is more likely to go viral for something that actually happened in ring than WWE is. 100%. So it's kind of hard to be like, oh yeah, the actors trying to pretend to be wrestlers. Like that's not even true. Like AEW has so much more wrestling than WWE at any point. You know what I mean? Like AEW is an actual wrestling show for wrestling fans. WWE is a TV show that happens to be about wrestling, and there's nothing wrong with it. You like what you like. But just to say this, you know what it is? TK stopped paying him. That's exactly what happened.
It had to be something.
Shouts out to WrestleHouse for posting this. And also shouts out to the Aerial Show for interviewing Bret. I think Bret Hart's just turning into one of those older wrestlers. Back in my day, we didn't do things like this.
He still shits on the wrestlers back in his day. He shits on everybody. Bret Hart hasn't had one positive comment about anything. The only thing that's coming out of his mouth is bitching about how current wrestling sucks or how Goldberg ruined his career or like how he had a good match with Shawn Michaels one time before he became an asshole. You know what I mean? Like Bret Hart, nothing out of Bret Hart's mouth is fucking positive, bro. I promise you.
Maybe that's what makes him so great. You know what I mean?
He's just a fucking hater.
What kills me about Bret Hart though is that like
if you go back to
Bret Hart's time, he's an actor pretending to be a wrestler. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The Hitman was an actor pretending to be a wrestler.
I'm not gonna hold you. If Bret Hart wants to come to hate you, we will open him with open arms. I'm not stupid. I know he'll bring the fucking money bags. I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? People would come. Like he could teach a sermon about wrestling and what he hates about today's wrestling, bro. And it'd be major. You would have fucking Jim Cornette in the front row, just fucking clapping the whole entire fucking time, bro. I'm telling you, it's insanity. Keep these old guys away from mics. They're not good for business.
They're really not.
They suck.
If you can't recognize them anymore, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be doing interviews.
Yes, bro. If you cannot,
very true. That is
bro, if you can't recognize your heroes in these wrestlers anymore, bro, just don't do it to yourself.
I mean, you could clearly see that's Bret Hart though in this picture.
Bro, no,
that's a shell of Bret Hart. Even though Bret's always been a hater, Bret has always been a fucking hater, man. There's nothing about Bret Hart that's a positive person at all. There has, bro. Anytime he does an interview,
this guy stinks.
You can. So Bret Hart can hate on all the wrestlers while I'm trying to protect these people, and I'm the bad guy.
It works. That's how it works for Bret Hart.
Yeah, right. Fucking, you know what? Maybe he did deserve to have that match with Goldberg.
I really feel like on another interview he's gonna come out and say, "I didn't mean to say AEW. I was really thinking WWE.
I got my letters
Specifically Roman
confused.
Reigns.
I got my letters confused.
I get my letters confused. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know, FTR like saw this and like looked at the locker room and was like, "Stop acting! This is your fault."
Edge is the number one culprit. That nigga is a 51-year-old man acting as a wrestler at this point. There's not an athletic bone left in that man's body. He needs to stop it. Go home. Chris Jericho too. Stop it. He went to Dr. Miami for a 6-pack and it looks like shit. Jesus Christ, I'm just hating right now.
Oh man, fellas, let's move on. Chana, you brought it up earlier in the show with the another question of the week. We're talking Stephanie back here. She vacated her NXT North American Championship. It's gonna be a tournament for it. Nimram, do you like when a wrestler does it, or do you think a wrestler should probably put somebody over and hand over the title?
I think it's dumb. Personally, I think it's dumb. And the way they handled it, I think is dumb. You had Stephanie show that she could defend both titles. She created history. She's the first WWE superstar to defend 2 titles on one show. You can never take that away. That's cool. And then she woke up and was like, "This is too hard for me. I don't want to defend 2 titles on one show." I don't like it in the absence that it's the same thing they did to Keith Lee. And it was like, what's the point in having this person break history if you're never going to show them do some history ass shit? So no, I think this was dumb. I thought Stephanie should have defended both titles at Stand and Deliver. Clearly, she's going to defend her world title first because she wants to put as much energy as she can, and she loses the mid card later on, like everyone else has done in history. Copy, paste, repeat. She doesn't look bad in defeat because she already got banged up by probably Jordan Grace, because she's picking her opponent for Stand and Deliver. I believe it's going to be Jordan Grace or Jada Parker, one of them. And who mid card? Who's still mid card right now? Fallon Henley probably wins her title back because she's all beat up. It writes itself. There was no reason for her to vacate this title. Or Cora, another good one.
I think they give it to Cora Jade. You know she's never had a single title match in NXT.
I believe it.
Yeah, she's been hurt.
Ain't that some shit? I was thinking about that too. I was like, injuries probably hurt her a lot.
Yeah.
To not have a single title match, that's kind of wicked.
She's on and off the bench.
How are you feeling, China, about it? Though you think it was pointless to make history with Stephanie back here, like Nimram saying, or
nah, it needed to happen because allegedly, reportedly, you know, who knows how true these dirt sheets are. Julie was a little banged up, so they needed to get the strap off her. And what's a better moment than to be at MSG and crown your first NXT double champion? You know what I mean? That's honestly the only way to go about it. It just sucked. It just sucked. Like, we're so close to Stand and Deliver, you know what I mean? That I feel like she could have defended both championships at the show. You know, it would have been great. It would have been a great moment for Stand and Deliver. Now you're gonna have this ragtag 6-woman ladder match, for the NXT championship, because if memory serves me right, that's how they crowned their first one, with a ladder match. You know what I mean? So history just repeats itself again for the North American Championship. The title deserves better, and it was on better. It was on the best. And like I said earlier, in the not a nowhere question, you could have had the first match happen, her opponent for the World Championship get frustrated, cost her the title, her North American Championship, and you just build that. You know what I mean? Build real heat on it. Mm-hmm. And obviously, since WWE is not giving nobody a championship rematch, she will never challenge again for the North American Championship until she loses her world title and she wants to get it back. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there was better ways to do it. It just sucks that this has happened so close to Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, I feel like that's my whole thing too. I feel like it's like rushed. You know what I mean? Like she got the 2 titles, or maybe it wasn't really planned for her to get both titles, and they really rushed the Julia Stephanie 1-on-1. And you could have did the 1-on-1. You could have did the 1-on-1 without the titles. You know what I mean? Not put up the titles, but with Julia being hurt, I guess they said let's just go ahead and pull the trigger on Stephanie. And here we are right now. You know what I mean? You got her vacating a title. It's not as bad as when Keith Lee did it. I feel like when Keith Lee did it, it was just like really questionable.
It was literally it was terrible.
It was like the very next week, right? Or the very next day.
Yeah. Like the very next show, he opened the show and was like, "I'm not going to hold the division back." And God, he's such a good promo. But it was just so sad because it was just like, well, this is stupid. And then he lost the title. Like he lost his main title like later on. Like it was a whack run.
But that's because they wanted to move him on up mad quick immediately afterward.
Yeah, to be Bearcat.
So-
Never forget.
So Hugh says it was a decision to feature the other female talent and their biggest show at their biggest show of the year.
You still could have. It still could have been a multi woman match. You know what I mean with Stephanie.
Mhm.
This way, she would have been super protected because she doesn't have to get pinned in the multi woman match. You know what I mean? What's a nice fatal four way? I'm like, oh, you that? Excuse my language. Like, oh, you that bitch? Cool. Face 3 other women in a fatal four way for the North American Championship while you still got your 1-on-1 match. Then I was like, damn, bro, you really trying to take me the fuck out, huh?
Like you said, have a ladder match and have her first world title match. Have Jordan Grace work over her leg, and eventually she has a hard time climbing the ladder, so she loses. There was a lot of ways to go about this.
Yeah,
Sure.
you know what I mean.
You could also
You
just
still,
have, like,
you
I
can
guess,
still do both. You could have featured other women and still have a multi-women match for the North American Championship.
You know what?
having her wrestle. I guess having her wrestle 2 matches that night would have been like, you know, you're like, I guess like Hugh's trying to make a point. Like if she was going to wrestle 2 matches, you're still taking somebody out of the prime. You know what I mean, or out of the limelight of being at Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend.
Hey,
At the same time, 100%. I mean, I see what you guys are saying too. You could have the ladder match and had the 5 girls just take her out at early in the match. You know what I mean? Put her through some tables or a ladder, so she's out for the rest of the match, and those 5 girls can shine. But at the same time, I do agree that vacating that title, I think, was just a bad call too, because she could have put somebody over. You know what I mean? Or you could, like Chano said, you could have built a story that built some real heat to get us to believe, okay, like Stephanie's really about to lose to old girl. You know what I mean? Could have been Jordan Grace. But, you know, so
it just sucks because it just sucks because obviously Stephanie and Julia and Jordan, they're gonna be on NXT for a little while, right?
Right.
Because obviously main rosters, I don't want to say they're not ready for the main roster. The main roster is not ready for them. You know what I mean? The Raw and Women's division got some cleaning up to do, in like talent wise, because there's a wave of NXT women's gonna come up and they're gonna absolutely run shit. So obviously main roster is just biding their time, biting their teeth down. And honestly, if they did an NXT takeover with just the women, with the women's division, that would be gas. Because they have the women to go do so. Like, let's say some War Games. They do War Games again this year. You do the 5 NXT women. You do Julia, Stephanie, Jordan Grace. Fuck, you have So Ruka and Jada Parker against the 5 biggest women in WWE roster that aren't world champions at the time. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Yeah, you have a potential for a banger match because you can really do a women's NXT takeover.
I feel like you gotta have
women that's in the NXT.
I feel like you got to throw Zarya in there. That way you could have like a Nia Jax or Jay Cargill.
You could. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to, like, your main 3 at that point be solidified between Jordan, Stephanie, and Julia, right? And you can easily do Zarya and Jada Parker. The last 2 names on that list doesn't have to be those 2. It could be whoever else to go do so because they had the women's talent on our roster to go do so. It's incredible because you can say AEW has the best women's division on paper, right? But NXT is the only division in wrestling right now that clearly showcases the women's talent in a way that exuberates what they actually bring to the table. And it's beautiful to see. Shawn Michaels is doing an incredible job over on that brand.
He's definitely doing an incredible job. I think we've all agreed NXT has the best women's division out there right now. And it's very consistent.
It's very consistent. It's a beautiful thing.
I want to clarify. I know championship culture people are here. The reason why I don't like the vacating the belt, also, it significantly just tells me that the North American belt is not even close to being the value of the World Championship. Which, yes, we already know that because it is a mid-card title. It's not like that's not a thing. But it kind of like makes it feel like you have all these women that really want to be North American champion. Then these are the women that know they can't be world champion. This is why I hate when people do this. Because, for example, when John Cena did his open challenge with the United States title and Kevin Owens accepted, he didn't hold up Cena's belt. He held up his NXT title because your title's not worth more than my title. That's the way people should look at it. And Stephanie just being like, yeah, well, this title's trash. Go ahead and take that back. That's why I don't like stuff like that. And I know that's not what she said, but I'm saying in a sense, it shows me this is the under title.
You're right.
Well, I mean, that's what it is. Though. It's the secondary title.
You're right.
But
it
it's like,
doesn't matter.
why-
He's not saying it. He's not saying like it's a negative thing. If both
Right,
titles were like quote unquote valued equally, or you voted both championships equally, you wouldn't denounce one of them, because I guarantee you, if it was like the World's Heavyweight Women's Championship and the WWE Women's Championship, you know what I mean? Stephanie's not vacating either of those things. She'd be like, "Yo, let the bulls at me. I'll fall when I fall." But instead, it's like, you know what? I don't got to worry about this little one. And
right?
Hugh, you're right.
Some other crazy things happen on I got you.
Yeah,
he also
pull
says
up thing.
he agrees with he agrees with us. Definitely got to get the title off of her. But the ladder match gives another talent an opportunity to perform. But I'm with y'all. It was stupid for her to vacate. He also says WWE still hasn't figured out how to book the women's title outside the main title.
100% on that one.
And that's the issue. And that's the men's thing is just another thing entirely. But the women's division in general, they don't know how to book women's storylines outside of the championship in a general sense. That's why when they introduced all these mid-card championships to the women's roster, it was like, I'm like, you sure you're able to actually do this? Like, Chelsea Green holding the United States Women's Championship is such a beautiful thing, because she's bringing eyes and she's bringing entertainment to things that even when she's not wrestling. Her as the president, where her Scottish agents, the Hergents, you know what I mean, bro, is wonderful. Mm-hmm. And you see on the other side, like, she doesn't even have a main person right now. I think she'll probably end up facing Zelina at Mania, if that. But you know what I mean? She's actually bringing some life to that title. Unlike Lyra on the other side, I know, listen, I'm not blaming her individually. I know it's creative. Her creative for that title sucks.
100%.
And it sucks, because I'm sure she's a wonderful person and she's making the most out of every opportunity. I'm not blaming her. Listen, guys, when we criticize wrestlers, we're not criticizing them unless it is named Chris Jericho, because we know they have a creative behind them that dictates how the story goes. Yeah, the mid-card titles suck, and the men's, they suck too. Shinsuke holding the belt for LA Knight, just for LA Knight to potentially lose to Jacob Fatu, which he should at Mania, is a crazy thing. It's absolutely insane.
100%. 100%. It's just, I don't even want to get started on the whole LA Knight being the United States champion, but we're going to talk about.
It's not a bad thing.
It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing.
How is it terrible, right?
Why we can't LA, it's 2025.
No, bro, but you have way better guys on that roster that can perform and be champion for you.
But they don't sell the way the Yes guy does, bro.
They don't
sell.
Nerim has a great point. They don't.
People still saying LA Knight, every time he does it.
And I'm not gonna hold you. What's your biggest match possible for United States Championship? Carmelo Hayes versus Jacob Fatu? No, even though that would be an incredible match.
That would cook.
It would be an incredible match. You know what I mean? But LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu, your other ultimate good guy versus the absolute monster that is Jacob Fatu, is obviously your biggest match that you can do for the United States Championship.
I don't want to be cliche, but you could have did a Bloodline Jimmy and Fatu.
Jimmy needed to be sacrificed. The Jey Uso storyline. He needed to be sacrificed, and he was. He was rightfully sacrificed.
You could have gave me match number 7 between Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, or Carmelo Hayes and Jacob Fatu would have cooked.
Bro, look, I agree with you. It would cook. But the guys you named, I love Andrade. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. The guys you're naming, though, aren't selling merch at Mania. They're not doing it. But LA Knight's t-shirt sales are going to be out the door.
People will go to Mania for LA Knight.
If you market Carmelo Hayes right, he could be over. NXT, they did it fabulous. He was their NXT champion. Market him the right way. If you could do that and somehow bring that to the main roster for him, I put any money on it. He'll be over than LA.
Yes, bro. Andrade and Carmelo Hayes are clearly next up with their United States Championship. That is not the problem. The problem is when you do a Mania, it's your biggest match. The biggest match for that title you can possibly do. And the biggest match possible for that title is LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Honestly, Shinsuke versus Jacob probably would have been a banger too. You know what I mean? But the people want the yes man. They want to go.
He's
Yeah.
washing over. Yeah.
Listen, with that leather vest and those shitty $10 sunglasses, people want it. I don't get it, but I'm a Jey Uso fan. You know what I mean? So I don't have no room to talk. There's no difference between yeah and yeet, except the one is going for a world title.
That's true.
And truth is, LA Knight just deserves to be on the card. Y'all can say what y'all want. He deserves it. He's done nothing but what he's supposed to do this year. He deserves to be on the Mania card.
I guess you're right.
He
We'll
does.
see.
He does, man.
But he's not going over Jacob Fatu if that is the match.
No.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'll be heated. I'd be vexed. That would fuck up my whole weekend. I'm not gonna hold you. I would be if Cody Rhodes and LA Knight go over and Jey Uso loses, bro, I'm done with wrestling for like 6 months, bro. I'll be fucking vexed.
What if Solo helps LA Knight?
Nah, bro. I don't care what happens. Bro, it'd be a miracle. Like, bro, it's Easter weekend. Jesus Christ could resurrect in fucking Vegas at Mania, fucking choke slam, fucking Jacob Fatu, and I'm vexed. I am heated. There's no recap show. It's just me fucking hot. Me hot as hell for no fucking reason. Bro, I want LA Knight to lose at Mania just as bad as the Gunther people want Jey Uso to lose at Mania, bro. I'd be vexed.
Well, hopefully we don't see LA Knight.
Nah, he has to be on the main, bro. He has to be on the card. He has to be on the WrestleMania card, man. That's insanity.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be. I think all the titles have to be. If all the titles are not on the Mania card, it's a slap in the face to every single one of the champions who didn't make the
Except the tag titles. They ain't gonna be on the card.
Oh, yeah,
They're on
there's-
all three of them. All
they're on
three of
that-
them. Not on it.
They're on that special SmackDown before Mania, like they like to advertise right before the Hall of Fame, the special
Bro,
SmackDown before.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
Mania
Like I don't know
after
what.
dark.
I swear to God, bro. If Liv Morgan's WrestleMania match is Natalia and Maxine Dupri, I am. That is the ultimate Margarita match if I've ever seen one.
Let's move on, fellas. I'm not sure if you caught NXT, but crowned a new champion, North American champion. If you didn't see, my guy,
I'm not gonna hold you.
Chants, right?
I have one question.
But-
Is he still the stroke daddy?
They chanted that.
You know what? They did chant it, but they also chanted Tony Fumbled. Do you think NXT is valid for doing this? Do you think Tony Khan dropped the ball on
I'm not gonna hold you.
Ricky Sainz and Ethan Page?
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Danhausen could show up to fucking NXT tomorrow, and people will still chant that shit, bro. I promise you. It doesn't matter what happens. People are gonna chant it because you can easily shout it at WWE, like Triple H fumbled when with Swerve. You know what I mean? Swerve is a absolute megastar.
Tony
You know what I
Storm.
mean? So it's just, but no. So the Ricky Stark situation. Listen, he only fumbled because he kept Ricky on the bench for like a year and a half for some nonsense. You know what I mean? Like that's why that is. But he didn't fumble Sean Spears. Sean Spears is exactly who Sean Spears is, the chairman or the hangman, whatever the hell he is.
Yes, man.
Whatever the hell. And then Ethan Page, we know he's a gem. Let's not keep rubbing salt in their wound. Listen, this is the WWE and AEW. They're gonna have people jump back and forth like they don't know what to do with themselves. Rusev, Miro, he just re-signed. And I have no idea what that man is gonna do. Because if he does the same bullshit he did in AEW, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see the man on television.
I can see him going to Triple H. I don't want to lose.
Not losing. Yep, not losing.
Bro, it's insanity. Wear your big boy pants. Be prepared to put some people over.
Hey, Ram, how you feeling about the NXT crowd saying to those boys, or men, I should say, Tony Fumble?
I think it's scripted and planted. Look, I tweeted this. I want everyone to know. All right. That chant was so unnatural. It was so planned. Triple H puts plants in the crowd, and he pretty much queued it up. As soon as Ethan Page holds that title up, you chant Tony Fumbled, and trust me, these guys, they're going to eat it up. It's only like 200 of them here. And they did. But I believe those chants, those specific chants, are straight planted and rehearsed and scripted to work the crowd.
I'm not gonna hold you. You're forgetting he has the whole Chase U or the old Chase U section over there. So you have like 50 people right there just ready to go crazy. You know what I mean?
You already got 50 PC and LFG guys already ready to go wild.
Do you think it's petty to have your PC people just watch every single NXT? Like they just have to be there. If they're not, like,
it's all part of your painting your juice. Those guys set up the ring, pick up the aprons. You know what I mean? They're there to do all that.
You gotta watch. You gotta learn something from Trick Williams, and then Ram's like, you gotta learn something from Trick Williams.
You mean
what
Carmelo Hayes?
You gotta learn from Trick Williams. Yo, that was a bar.
That was a bar.
What's crazy is do you think they're like, oh yeah, you'll get to go to the show for free if you help set up the ring and stuff.
The show is free. Bro, you just have to.
You pay them to set up the ring.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. You have the ref and a couple guys set up the ring and shit. Listen, when wrestlers set up the ring, I think that's love. Only because you're setting up what you're working that night, so you put a little extra care into it, and you know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
True.
So,
to answer the question, if they fumbled, just real quick, Ricky Saints is not a fumble. He's in the prime of his career. Yes, you would say, he's in his prime those years, but he wasn't doing nothing. He's a great wrestler. We all know that. Ethan Page is not a fumble. We all know Ethan, like Chama said, Ethan Page is a gem. Go back and watch his TNA stuff. The man was doing great things. Who else? Sean Spears, that's the perfect 10. If anything, they fumbled and picked it back up. Good for them. Because they let him go first.
Like I said, bro, it's a jump rope. They jump on both sides. Like, oh, you don't want to give me an opportunity? Yo, TK, I'll come back. Oh, TK, you said I suck? Yo, Paul, what it do, baby? I'm back.
But purposely putting the AEW guys against each other, that's just pettiness.
It is great.
It is great.
You never see them on the other channel.
It is great because on you got Swerve and John Moxley.
Man, that's old, man. Moxie's AEW. He never even wrestled in WWE in my mind. Not anymore. The Shield was only 2 people. That's what Paul Heyman told me.
Whoa. Listen, don't disrespect. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I be getting mad, bro. I be getting mad sad when I see the old videos with Ambrose and Roman. He's like, these are your cousins, so they're my cousins. I was like, fucking Sami Zayn took his spot in the bloodline. Should be turning me to the only Sami Zayn hater for like a good 6 minutes.
Oh man, Chana, do you agree with it? Remember, you think the Tony fumbled with some fake planted fans?
Listen, they could be, but you got to remember, wrestling fans naturally are just assholes. You know what I mean? Like, they could have just sparked it themselves. Wrestling fans are extremely petty for no absolute goddamn reason, as you see on Twitter. It's disgusting.
That's true.
I'm just saying, we need to look into it, guys. I'm telling you, that's scripted planted fans.
But I'm telling you, I'm gonna go to North Carolina one of these days, and I'm gonna go to NetRam's room, and there's gonna be a Tony Khan pillowcase on his bed, and it's gonna make so much sense. It's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be Hangman Adam Page as his comforter.
That'd be fire though. But,
his bed sheet says all elite, all elite linen.
We got a debut happening Friday night, guys.
Or Rey Fenix.
Rey Fenix is debuting. He's returning to wrestling. His return to wrestling and his debut for WWE SmackDown. He'll be on SmackDown, so he won't be tagging with his brother. Not anytime soon yet. You know what I mean? Until there's a draft. Apparently, there's one after WrestleMania. We'll find out, I guess, when that time comes. But Rey Fenix,
for him. Just pointing it out.
Rey Fenix is stepping into a WWE ring for the very first time. Are you hyped for this debut, Nate?
Of course, Rey Fenix. I'm actually going to watch SmackDown for this. I never watch SmackDown live. I get the highlights from my boy Chano. He sends me all the important clips, and I believe him. When he tells me SmackDown was only 30 minutes, I believe him.
That's actually mad funny. I do send mad clips. That's actually mad funny.
But I'm actually gonna watch this. I imagine he's gonna be a match against Andrade. That's rumor. No, the rumor and speculation was that they already had a segment recorded for it, but they just never aired it.
I truly believe in my heart his first opponent is Santos Escobar.
That's also a good one.
Keep it as racial as possible, right?
But I'm just happy I'm looking forward to see Rey Fenix, and not Rey Phoenix PH or Rey Fantastico or Rey Octagon because his brother's Penta. Like he's coming as Rey Fenix, and that makes me kind of happy.
They don't care about these people's names no more, bro. This ain't
Ricky
2007.
Saints.
He chose the name himself.
He chose right. He chose it.
Bro, he changed it. He chose it himself. How you mad at the
changed
man
his
because he
name.
changed his last name?
John, how are you feeling about the Rey Fenix debut? Are you hyped? Will this make you tune in to SmackDown?
I mean, your boy got work early Saturday morning, so I'm sure I'm watching the back of my eyelids, and I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch the rerun in the morning when I wake up at work for work and shit. But it should be dope though, man. I feel like when Lucha wrestling in WWE is so fucking mid because they don't let these boys actually live up to their full thing. You know what I mean? They let Dragon Lee do it for his first like 6 matches on the main roster, and then like he just never did it again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So sad.
It's
The
fucking
60
sucks.
push.
You know what I mean? So it's like when Lucha is done correctly, it's phenomenal. So fast paced, it's beautiful. All the acrobatic. I mean, it made me realize I really do love all the acrobatic shit in wrestling. It's truly incredible. So it's great if they let them go. Like if it's Andrade and Rey Fenix, then they let them go, or they finally unseal Santos Escobar and keep Santos from stop being the stiff fucking person that he is in the ring. Excuse me. You can have something beautiful in your hands. But it's WWE. I got no faith in their lucha.
What if you go like a TK route, AEW route? He debuts against LA Knight for the United States Championship. He beats LA Knight for the United States Championship.
Would it be like Grand Slam when he dropped Moxley on his head and didn't pin him the first time, so he did it again? I was there for that. We was cussing out the ref until we realized John Moxley was concussed. bro, we were hot. Bro, we were like, that was great. No,
it could be Shinsuke. His first opponent could be Shinsuke. You know, they're trying to give him as much else as he can get before he heads out.
That'd be so.
They're gonna get their money's worth.
Are you leaving us to go to the other guys because you want to wrestle your buddies from back home in New Japan? Lost. You know who you're losing to? The Miz. Yeah. Recover from that.
You know what? Could be the Miz. Low key.
You working every week, and you're gonna lose.
I hope not. The Miz is such dog shit. I don't want to see the Miz wrestle.
The Miz is one of the goats.
We'll see. I'm hyped for Rey Fenix and his debut. I will probably tune into SmackDown Friday night and check it out and see.
That's so terrible. I feel so bad for you.
See what he's got going on. And I don't know. I think I could see Shinsuke. I could see Santos Escobar. That's a good one too. Or one of those guys from the tag team.
Or Mello.
It's like Garza and Roberto is also.
Mello would be good, but the world's not ready to watch Mello and Rey Fenix cook yet. You know what I mean?
They not.
You gotta build it.
They really not. Bro.
Same for Andrade. The world's not ready for that yet.
Bro, WWE doesn't want to give us good matches on weekly television. That's the shitty part. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what saved wrestling? You know what saved WWE? The fact they don't have $60 pay-per-views no more. Could you imagine if you have to pay $60 to go watch one of the dog shit 5-match pay-per-views? I'd be heated. I'd be fucking hot, bro. That's fact that it's PLEs. Yeah, and that's why it's on Peacock. They get away with some bullshit because you already paid for the month. It's fucking $6. You know what I mean? But if it was $60 a pay-per-view, realistically, a lot of people would not be watching because 5 matches for $60 is not worth it at all. I don't know.
Sure. At all.
$12 a match?
Let's take a short break and we'll be right back.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad, Brandy's here to pick us right back up. Thanks to our partnership with SeatGeek, we got good seats and great prices. New users can score a fantastic $20 off their final ticket purchase by using the exclusive promo code 4SIDESOTR at checkout for any event. That's 4SIDESOTR. Tell them the bad guy sent you.
Tell them the bad guy sent you. You already know when you see Geek in the 4 Sides OTR promo code. It is time for Move the Needle. And fellas, this week's Move the Needle is WrestleMania. Does WrestleMania move the needle for you? Let's start with Chano Hayes.
Like I've been saying this whole entire time, the last couple of weeks, and before Brandy told me, you gotta give it some time. It's like my GM mode. No, it fucking sucks. It's fucking ass. It fucking blows, man. It was like 14 matches all the matches aren't announced yet, and I'm only excited for like 3 of them. I'm not gonna hold you. Maybe 4 matches. The Jey Uso match, because I want to see Jey Uso finally come through. Cena versus Cody. What else? The 3-way women's match for the women's world title, and Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. Everything
so
else.
See the whole card? Because that sounds like the whole card.
Nah, they still got to announce like 8 more matches. They only have 8 matches out. You know what I mean? They got to get to 14. WrestleMania is the only pay-per-view that PLE that they do more than 5 matches on a single night. You know what I mean? So they got a couple more things to go fill out. But other than that, I don't care for the KO Randy Orton match, even though it would be cool to see Randy punch somebody in the head, like good time's sake. Sure. But other than that, it's really underwhelming. It's not great, guys. And maybe I'm just sitting into a little wrestling fatigue. But I'm not really excited for it. Well, however, I am excited for fucking Dynasty this weekend. Dynasty should be amazing. Well, you know why? Because I got more faith in. I'm not too good to segue into it, but like I just got more faith in the AEW pay-per-view pulling through for me for great matches than I do for WrestleMania.
Okay.
Like AEW's worst match on a pay-per-view is like WWE's second best match on a card, and that's some sad shit.
We're gonna talk some AEW Dynasty. Nimram, how are you feeling? Does WrestleMania move the needle for you so far?
Nah, man. Like this is like I was saying in the last episode. This WrestleMania is like the only WrestleMania where I don't have that excitement for it. Like I get excited around this time of year. I take off work the Monday after Mania, like if it's the Super Bowl. Like I haven't even scheduled that yet because I'm not excited. Like I don't even know if I want to stay up for these matches. Like I might go to bed at 10 and just watch it later. Like I'm really not into it. I don't know what it is. I love that it's in Vegas. I wish I could go, but I'm not into it.
Yo, could you imagine if you spent the $2,000 for a seat? You'd have been sick. You'd have been sick. And everyone was talking shit all year how he's gonna go to WrestleMania, this, that, and the third. And look at him. You lucked out. I'm not gonna do it because if I paid $2,500 to go to the WrestleMania for this card, sick. Absolute 100%. Sickness. 100%. I'd have been tight. Because I'm not gonna do. Last year I was upset. Like last year I was upset. Like night 2, Cody won the strap. Like I was depressed. Fucking hour and a half right back right home. Fucking BP's victory lapping that J. Cole's dropped out of the rap beef. Fucking so he's playing Kendrick music. I'm just fucking sick as hell in the back seat. You know what I mean? Like last year's call was a great.
I want to go home.
Facts. I was waiting to go home. I was just in the back seat. You know what I mean? Fucking in the parking lot for an hour and a half trying to get out. Like last year's Mania was great because it's like, is Cody finally gonna finish the fucking story as we're warming toward it again? Like that was dope. Like I gotta go rewatch that match because when the light dimmed and they hit the gong, it was unless the Undertaker comes out again to fucking screw John Cena. I don't know. I generally do not know.
I'm with you guys right now. WrestleMania hasn't moved the needle so far for me. There's still a few more weeks to plan for it, and like Chana said, not all the matches have been announced. 2 matches for me right now.
It's Easter Sunday. I'm gonna be at my in-laws' crib. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be in my in-laws' crib that Sunday, just looking at my wife like,
"Can we go?"
I'm not gonna ask her to leave. I already told them, like, babe, like she like if you want, you can stay home. I'm like, no, it's Easter. I'm not an animal. Right. I'm gonna go with you guys.
But I know they can download Peacock on that TV. I got an account.
I don't, bro. I don't think they know I'm a wrestling fan yet. My in-laws.
Are you scared to tell them it's okay to come out, Chano?
Chance, 2025, Chance.
2025, wrestling's cool again.
I already married into the family. What they're gonna get rid of me?
They have a serious talk with your wife. Look, we didn't know him back then.
Yeah, right. Like we didn't know he was a wrestling fan. I mean, it's in my bio. You know what I mean?
Like, you know, they don't follow you,
bro. I don't talk wrestling with them. Like I'll talk the shit out of some Knicks. You know what I mean? I go Knicks sanity. Like pure Knicks fan. Like talk Jordan tattoos. Wrestling is the one thing I don't because I'm afraid. But if they be like, you're weird, then I got to argue with them. Then me and my wife have a serious conversation on the drive back. You just can't curse out my family. I'm like, I'm sorry. They call me a fucking weirdo. What do you want? What do you want me to do? They asked me if I knew it was fake. It's not fake. It's scripted.
Predetermined. Predetermined.
They asked me why. Like, first off, they asked me why I was mad at Cody left with the title. They don't understand.
They don't acknowledge the tribal chief. What do you mean? Why I curse him out?
You don't understand. They asked me if The Rock and Roman were really cousins. They're really cousins.
They call Jimmy Uso Jay Uso. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm not ready for my wrestling thing. Is a very secretive. It's not secretive, but it's very personal to me, right? Because everybody enjoys wrestling their own way.
100%.
And it's like, you guys are wrestling fans, so we can understand like how we all enjoy wrestling. But like non-wrestling people, they just treat it like it's the fucking play. They're like, ugh, you watch wrestling? Until I show them a picture of Roman Reigns, like, oh my god, yeah, Roman, wrestling is great. But like, yeah, I'm sure it is, thirsty ass. Here's some water.
I can't tell you how many times.
Bro, my mom still sweats John Cena to this day. It's insanity.
I can't tell you how many times people are just like, wrestling? Like, it's fake, right? You know those guys really don't hit each other.
I'm gonna show him a Gunther chop.
Yeah.
Let him tell me that shit fake. That's oh
fuck. The trick is to react like you just found out Santa Claus wasn't real. Be like, what do you mean?
Yo, hey. I did that last year at a barbecue with Brandon. Someone's like, it's fake, right? I'm like, Brandon, you believe we have a podcast about fake wrestling? Oh my god, this is insane. Like, what are we gonna do with ourselves? And she was like, oh, you guys are assholes. I'm like, no, you're the fucking asshole.
Get out of here.
We know this.
That's why the correct answer is always Kurt Angle. It's fake, right? Yeah, tell that to Kurt Angle. He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. That's why we love you, Kurt. You the GOAT.
I'm not gonna hold you. I got a little bit of a hot take. I know he didn't like Perk Angle, but I feel like Peak Angle isn't any better. Because to say Peak Angle was at his best when he was high off of drugs anyway, you know what I mean? I feel like there's not a right answer for this.
He's just
you know what
Angle.
I mean? No. But listen, his TNA 1 run was special, and like he didn't like Perk Angle because like it was hurtful time in his life. I understand that. You know what I mean? But like to say Peak, but to change it to Peak I don't think it's any better. I'm not gonna hold you. Still love the man. Incredible talent.
Figure out a better name for him. Let's jump into the workshop it. Let's jump into Dakota Bar. We got some Margarita Match predictions we're gonna make for AEW Dynasty this Sunday. Right? They're back to Sundays now.
Sucks. Like the Saturday.
Sucks. It's gonna be at 8:00 at night. It's gonna go all the way till midnight once again.
One in the morning.
Hopefully this main event won't be such a lackluster one.
I swear to God, the moment I see the Bluey Combat Club, I'm going to sleep.
But it's Swerve, man. It's Swerve.
Oh man, I'm not
dealing with this shit.
I don't know what the match order is, but I'm gonna start with the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament quarterfinal. You got Mercedes Moné versus Julia Hart, fellas. Is this a Margarita match?
2 margaritas and I'm getting some head. Nah, it should be a good match. Julia's dope.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I like Julia to Mercedes guarantee. So I mean, I'd probably drink during it.
I mean, I'm gonna have a margarita on deck regardless. Every match is a margarita match if you prep right.
Next match. I got Mercedes in that match. I like Julia too. I think Julia's gonna have a good showcasing with Mercedes in this, and hopefully Mercedes has another good, phenomenal match during a PLE or pay-per-view, I should say. I'm sorry. Up next is the Owen Hart Foundation Men's Tournament quarterfinal. You have Will Ospreay, 5-star, versus debuting his first pay-per-view for AEW and just signed with AEW, Kevin Knight.
Who the hell is that?
Good question, Chano. Kevin Knight is a wrestler who just took over the UK independent scene the way Will Ospreay was. People are saying he was the hottest free agent. Rumor is he didn't want to go to NXT. This is just the rumor, though. He didn't want to go to NXT. So he didn't feel like he needed to try out. It was a whole thing. So he signed with AEW. Super excited because he is an AEW type wrestler. He is a Kyle Fletcher, a Kenny Omega, a Will Ospreay, that kind of style.
Listen, I'm not gonna hold you. These are some high names. So if he doesn't live up to it, I'm blaming you entirely.
You can.
You could have said he's better than Jeff Jarrett. I'm like, I'm sold. Does he
Sign-
wrestle better than Chris Jericho right now? Yeah.
Yes.
Is this a
Money.
margarita match? Is this a margarita match? Who do you guys got?
Super stoked for
Let's
this.
pray, obviously.
Super stoked for this match. Give me Knight to upset. I think this tournament's for Hangman, so I don't see the point of Will even advancing.
Ooh, if the tournament's for Hangman, Swerve wins.
That's what I have it. Especially after this promo they just dropped. I almost cried.
Oh, when they did it together, he's like, "I burned your house down."
He's like, I know.
He's like, "You deserve it." I know. I was like, "Swerve." Listen,
Bro,
I'm not here
I
for
stepped
character
back.
growth.
I stepped
was
back.
like,
I was like, oh no. Hangman
Swerve,
wasn't
I don't
ready. He was like, what am I mad at?
Mad-
then?
Mad flustered, mad fucking flustered, bro.
Great
You know,
job.
it's
Great
mad
cinema.
funny.
This is what Bret Hart was talking about.
I'm not gonna hold you. It's wonderful. I'm not gonna hold you. I still have nightmares about fucking All Out.
Up next, we have the AEW World Tag Team Championship, I should say. I'm sorry. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, the Hurt Syndicate.
Boo.
We hurt
Versus-
people.
Versus the Learning Trees, Big Bill and Brian Keith.
Goddamn. So dog shit. Margarita match.
Margarita match. Who do you have as the winner?
The Hurt Locker, the Hurt Business, the Hurt Syndicate, whatever the hell. The Hurt People. Hurt people. Double entendre. Don't even ask me how.
If this one thing I would gamble on is Chris Jericho helps his boys.
Oh, goddamn. Can I get one pay-per-view if I seen Chris Jericho?
Well,
I'd be so happy.
But I still got the Hurt Syndicate because they got the best theme song in wrestling. We hurt people. We hurt.
I got the Hurt Syndicate as well. This might be a margarita match. Might have to go somewhere and just chill for a little bit. I'll show this one to my son for a nap time.
Jesus, that's
It's not going to be that bad. This is going to be entertaining. Y'all haters.
It should be entertaining. I'm not going to you. I'm just.
Chance,
I want nothing to do with them.
Chance said he didn't want to see Chris Jericho, but Tony Khan's at it again. Gonna put a ROH World Championship match on his AEW pay-per-view to make
He's a sick man.
To make an 11-match card a 12-match card because you can't have an odd number. So, ROH World Championship, Chris Jericho versus Bandito. Margarita match.
3 margaritas. I'm gonna put it in her butt.
Look, no, because of the stipulation, it's mask for title, and I still think Jericho could win this. So I'm actually real excited for this.
You said it for a luchador to lose his career over Chris Jericho? That's insane.
No, I got Bandito to win. Because he got hurt right while he was Ring of Honor champion. So he's just gonna do his prime. But it's still Chris Jericho. He could still pull it off.
They still want a Ring of Honor, bro. They still want a Ring of Honor TV deal. Like Chris Jericho has to be that champion. Like it just
not when you got someone cool like Bandito.
We got
they could be the same thing I said about Kevin Nash. They were like, who?
Unless Chris helps his boys and then his boys help him.
Doesn't matter. He still loses the mask.
They got all the gold. We don't know. Bandito might be handsome, bro. He might be looking like Andrade under that mask.
Listen,
he's gonna go from that off.
He's gonna go from Bandito to Bandit. Just Bandit. He's gonna drop the O.
I mean, Brian Keith can be a tag team then. It'd be pretty much the same gimmick.
That's hilarious.
This next match is the AEW TNT Championship. This might be a margarita match, but it's a no time limit and no outside interference allowed match. I guess that's a stipulation. They didn't put match in there, but you have Daniel Garcia, TNT World Champion, versus Adam Cole. How long do you think this match is really going to be?
I thought you was going to say Adam Copeland. I'm like, yo, didn't my man just lose a title match?
Yo, this must be a collision feud because I had no idea this was happening.
Yeah, it's been happening. It's been cooking up, I think, on Saturday nights. You're absolutely right.
Give me 25 minutes. I don't say it going that long.
With no time limit.
I hope it doesn't. He's dropping that strap though.
100%. Yeah, he's dropping the strap to Adam Cole.
He's done absolutely nothing with it, and it's so sad. I was so happy for him.
Yeah, he dropped the value of it. Zach Perry did a better job,
and we didn't even see.
Ain't that some shit?
I mean,
ain't that some shit when you think about it in hindsight? Like, oh shit, yeah, this nigga did a way better job.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah. So who do you have the winner? I'm sorry. Let's.
Adam
Cole,
Cole,
baby.
baby.
Adam Cole. How many margaritas in this no time limit match?
This is where
I
you
was
set
at the
the
3
bar.
margaritas. 4 margaritas, and I'm acting so tough. That's definitely a margarita.
This is the match where I'm asking the bartender how much a shot is.
How many drinks till it take you back with me? Mario's at the bar trying to take home one of the girls at the bar.
All right. Next match. AEW World Trios Championship. Yeah, I said that Trios Championship. I don't know when was the last time you guys saw that title. Those titles, I should say.
I thought they didn't even exist anymore.
Trios match. You had the Death Riders, Pac, Claudio Castagnoli, versus rated FTR, Cope, Dex Harwood, and Cash Wheeler.
My man just lost a title match, and he's getting another one for a trios. I hate this man so much. Cope Hogan is real, and nobody can tell me otherwise.
You know he's about to get the title too.
It's disgusting.
I don't know. They're doing the FTR split story. They're looking pretty convincing.
They're doing that, but before they can split them, you know what I mean? Make them world champions, have Death Riders lose all their championships, maybe the same night.
That was my thing. I think if Death Riders win here, then Mox is still going to be champion.
They can do it where they drop at they could do your greatest hits. You know what I mean?
I kind of I don't know. I kind of want them FTR just to not tag Cope in the whole match, and then they're like Cope takes all the credit for it. Like, yeah, we're trios champions.
What is up with FTR taking all these old WWE guys and making them their third?
Bro, they're students of the game, bro. They love them. If Bret Hart would be willing to do it, if Bret Hart would be willing to act like a wrestler, they would have Bret Hart in that ring right now.
They're gonna make they can make a real man out of daddy ass. Put him on FTR.
If FTR was in 2K, bro, they'd have all the badges, bro. They got all the badges.
They're nice though, bro. They deserve everything.
They're great wrestlers. They're great wrestlers. And I totally get it with Adam Copeland, like never ever saying they pay homage to all the legends. It's cool and all, but like trying to also say my man's just lost a world title match. Now it's just all of a sudden about to get these trios champions because they're gonna win the trios championship.
Trio title? It's Garbaggio
because we haven't seen it. You know what I mean? And they're gonna put it on people who will show it on Collision.
You know what's gonna happen? At All In, it's gonna be rated FTR versus Christian Cage and his lackeys, and they're gonna like it.
Oh, we were almost on the same page. I was gonna say the Elite with Jack Perry, so that way they could do FTR versus the Bucks one more time. But technically, it's not. But technically, it's not.
That's even more gross. What are the Bucks? That's a great question.
They're chilling, bro. The AVPs, they don't gotta do nothing. Next match, triple threat match is. I think this is going to be the match of the night. Don't sleep on it. AEW International Championship. Kenny Omega, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Ricochet.
And Ricochet, I'm very interested. Nah. I'll tell you what though. I have a margarita in my hand before the match starts. Because I'm very interested to see the dynamic between Ricochet and Kenny Omega. Very, very, very interested. Because if the chemistry is there and this is a great match, this is what he left WWE for. You know what I mean?
Right.
To have matches like this.
Also, the chemistry between him and Speedball, because
I'm not gonna hold you. This would be my second Speedball match.
And you're excited?
I guess.
He moves the needle, people.
I mean, I like Speedball. The first match I saw him with Will was cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, but it's Will. Fucking Will can wrestle a broom and make it look amazing.
It probably has, to be honest. So who do you got winning this match, though?
The GOAT.
Kenny? Nitram?
Obviously, yeah.
I want to say Kenny, but I feel like Ricochet's do something. I don't know why.
Nah, Ricochet's not do shit.
Like Ricochet might be getting.
If you clip that on Twitter, he'll slay you on Twitter, bro. He loves responsibility.
I love Ricochet. I think he's great. I just don't think he should be beating Kenny Omega for anything. I don't think I don't think
That's the thing.
Ricochet
That's the
should
thing,
beat
though.
Kenny.
He doesn't have to pin Kenny.
Yeah, he could
He
beat
doesn't.
Speedball.
Listen, I don't think Ricochet should beat Kenny Omega to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's anything Ricochet. Listen, Ricochet's great. You know what I mean? I feel like he reinvented himself. It was really hard for him to come out that WWE character that he was known for, and he's reinvented himself. He's added some moves to his moveset. He's a little bit better on the mic. He married the love of his life. Congratulations, by the way, Ricochet. We wish you and your lovely wife a lifetime of happiness together. But other than that, there should not be a time where I should see on a match card that Ricochet beated Kenny Omega in any capacity. It can be an 18-man match. You know what I mean? And like Kenny Omega was like in the bathroom in the back, like getting a break of water. Ricochet wins that match. It shouldn't happen.
It'll be an 18-man match. Kenny Omega got called that he's being replaced, and Title will still sit there and be like, "Yeah, but he was on that team, so it can't happen."
It can't happen. It just shouldn't happen, man. It's unfortunate.
Co-main event for Dynasty, AEW Women's World Championship. Timeless Tony Storm versus Megan Bayne. Margarita match, and who do you have?
This should be the main event.
Every Tony Storm match should be the main event.
This should be the main event.
But good for her making her way back into the later of the card, because they had Tony Storm in early match purgatory for a while.
That's true too. That's very true too.
It was miserable. I was like, Jesus Christ! I want to see this match stayed on the card.
Y'all sipping on a margarita match?
Nah, I'm glued on
it's Tony Storm.
This is when I become the Fat Boy fan with the hot dog in my hand. I'm just like, yeah. That's me at this match.
Yeah. I did that at Vaquer, and New York sold the bacon, egg, and cheeses. So I'm like, oh my God, this actually is a good match.
And we got the main event, AEW World Championship, Jon Moxley, Swerve Strickland. We've been talking about it. Should it be Swerve? We all agree that it should be Swerve. Come Sunday, will it be Swerve Strickland? And is this Swerve Strickland? And is this a margarita match?
I mean, it's probably gonna be half an hour, so I'm gonna have a margarita for the first like 10 minutes of the match. That's why I'm absolutely wrecked to be heartbroken when the Death Riders fucking ruin Swerve's chances. Or it'll be great. I'm not gonna hold you. Could you imagine Hangman saves Swerve, Swerve wins the match, and then they hug in the middle of the ring like the sick men they are?
Just to remember he's in the tournament.
Listen, man, All Out was a very, very deeply disturbed match. I think it was incredible. It's the best, most violent match I've ever seen in my life. And I truly mean that it was breathtaking. It was a breathtaking match. I've never seen a more hateful match. Like, people will talk about that Drew McIntyre CM Punk match being hateful between two men who hate each other. No. I really thought Swerve and Hangman wanted to kill each other at All Out, bro. It was beautiful chaos.
It was beautiful.
Incredible.
Remember how you feeling about this? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. And I was like, to see it potentially at All Out one more time when they know all each other's tricks is worth it, man. That's the main event.
If Swerve doesn't win, I think I'll go on a 24-hour hiatus. I'll put you guys on silent. I won't log on to Twitter. I'm just gonna sit quietly in my room playing my GM. Just real sad. Because it's just, God, I'm so tired of people shitting on the AEWs because this title's in a damn briefcase.
Who even knows if it's even in there?
It's not. Come on, look how small that briefcase is. It's not in there.
I don't know if we're really shitting on it, but it's just like, it'd be nice to see. You know what I mean?
We have different Twitter interactions.
Yeah, I'll be seeing NetRam cursing niggas out like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's truly disturbing. And I tell him, like, he gets one argument out of me a week, so it's very hard to determine like if this is what I want to use my one argument to help him for. You know what I mean?
But
I
don't know. It has to be Swerve, man. Swerve is AEW. He's bigger than Jon Moxley at this point. He's the best character you got. He should be your world champion. He should be the one that saves the company, quote unquote. It should be Swerve. It has to be Swerve.
It should have been Darby.
He's climbing Mount Everest April 15th.
I know, but I'm just saying it just should have been Darby.
And we wish him the best. We hope he comes back.
He could have left the AEW World Championship at Mount Everest.
That would have been wild.
And then he can say, whoever wants to challenge me for the AEW World Championship, you have to fight me on the top of Mount Everest.
Yeah, you're gonna see on the news. Many wrestling fans go missing on Mount Everest trying to fight wrestler Darby Allin, who once put hot sauce in his asshole to impress his ex-wife Gigi Dolan. Oh my god, this man's a wild
Sources say Darby Allin was at his home in Jacksonville, Florida.
He wasn't expecting anybody to show up, but he misdetermined these marks. They were coming after him. Some of these boys haven't seen a treadmill in months, but they said they were going to go to the top and wrestle Darby Allin.
Let's move into our main event question of the evening, fellas.
It looks like all the talking has been done. It's time for the main event. It looks like all the talking has been done.
I was on a loop. Main event question of the evening, fellas, is what match your main event WrestleMania Night One? We put up a little poll on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Chana, you had a few matches on there. Why don't you tell people what matches you had?
It was obviously the main event that we had the first night: Roman, Seth, and CM Punk, Pepsi Phil. It was the women's triple threat match: Rhea, Bianca, and Io. It was the Royal Rumble match. The Royal Rumble match winners: Gunther versus Jay and Tiffany versus Charlotte. And Roman's Punk and Seth won. It has the biggest name power. It's arguably one of the biggest stories. You know what I mean? Well, I tell you what, though. If Jimmy would have been sacrificed 3 weeks ago,
Brother, this guy stinks!
listen, don't boo me because I'm right. Jimmy needed to die to make Joey world champion.
Yes.
Don't be mad
I
at me
agree.
because I'm right.
I agree. I'm not.
And I said this weeks ago, and Marcus is like, no, he needs the United States Championship. No, he needs to die on television for his brother.
You can do both.
Can't do both.
Two
He can't die on television to come back. What is
Two
this?
separate
Chad Gable?
universes. Two separate universes. Raw and SmackDown. Two
What
separate.
are we in the Cody verse?
I'm just saying.
Imagine, bro. Imagine he shows up to SmackDown tomorrow like nothing happened.
I don't have Netflix. That's what he's gonna say, and everyone's gonna laugh.
And then on Raw, we have a memorial for Jimmy Uso. It's fucking two separate shows. Like, what the fuck is this witchcraft going on? And fucking Cody Rhodes is the only one with the power to understand what happened on both shows because he goes on both shows.
What match do you think should main event Night One? Do you think it's
The one that's main eventing right
Okay.
now? Roman's, Seth, and Punk. It's
Well,
the
look.
only one.
Look,
It's the only one.
well then don't have the ring announcer say their choice of champion and the main event of WrestleMania when they introduce the Royal Rumble match.
You know how you do that? You have co-main events. That's it.
No, there's no.
And that's what they
such
do.
thing.
Yes, there is. Because
I don't know.
Marcus literally just said the Tony Storm match was the co-main event, and you didn't blink. You said,
And that's
okay.
why I said it needs to be the main event. I don't like the phrase co-main event. You have one main event. It's what goes on last. That's it.
Listen,
If you're a co-main event, you're an
Three co-main
opener.
events.
You're an opening act.
Listen, he's a co-main eventer. He co-main evented WrestleMania. Isn't it some fucked up shit that Jey Uso could have main event WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship, but he main evented WrestleMania for the Tag Team Championship? Ain't that some shit? Like, think about it, like logically, like how fucked up that is.
I'm just
And
saying.
your
I
cousin,
I
who's
think
not
it's
even on
just-
TV, main event.
think it's
this week.
I think it's a slap in the face to your World Heavyweight Champion
I don't know.
because they should be the main event. You know what I mean? And this goes back to what I said a few weeks ago. Like, why are we saying main event Jey Uso? We should say co-main event Jey Uso because my man, it's not the main event.
Listen, being main event Jey Uso is a lifestyle. So it's a lifestyle choice. You know what I mean? Imagine you start living like opener Marcus, you're not going to be doing your best. But if they call you main event Marcus Hernandez, you're like, yeah, I'm that nigga. But if you're like, yo, opener Marcus Hernandez, you'd be like, man, fuck this shit, fuck everything. What is life? Is it worth
Opening
it?
again.
The opening is just
Why
as
am I
important
opening,
as the
Dad?
main event.
I know.
Yeah, that's what you guys told me. You guys tell me this all the time, and then Jey Uso does it, and it's a fucking problem. You guys are liars. So this what this is.
But he's not
Jey
opening.
Uso.
He's not opening. He's co-main event. You know what I mean? I guess we don't know if he's open. I guess we don't know if they're opening.
He should.
But
I'm not gonna hold you. He should open.
He should open night 2.
Nah, night 1. Having both world titles on the same night is kind of crazy.
Honestly,
Understand why he was done last year.
Gotta sell those seats.
Cena don't need to be the main event.
Yes, he
Yes,
does.
he does. It's a heel with John Cena. What are we talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
And it's not even about John Cena. It's fucking Cody Rhodes.
Right, because he's being protected. Like my boy said in his promo, bars. I wasn't done talking about it.
We could tell.
I'm just saying. I truly feel like I get it. You know what I mean? The Seth, the Roman, and the CM Punk. You know what I mean? The CM Punk wanted to main event WrestleMania, but like, this is just really Roman and Seth carrying that match for like 85% of it.
Yeah, but CM Punk's been covering the mic work like 85% of it.
I'm not gonna hold you. Roman, you missing it. Roman had a bar last Friday. Got a couple bars. He's like, one match. He's like, I'm here to sign a contract. If you guys acknowledge me, check. And after when it was the main event, he's like, one man's match is another man's dream. Check. I was rolling. I was like, yo, this nigga's funny as fuck, man.
My man's making his money.
I was like, I need funny Roman Reigns every once in a while. The serious brooding Roman is cool. And they have yet to show the fucking bloodline acknowledging him. You know what I mean? Because Solo said, whoever has the Ulufala, you have to acknowledge them. And niggas have not acknowledged this nigga Roman having it at all.
So they keep thinking The Rock's going to come to work, and he's not.
You don't need The Rock.
But imagine, I try to imagine right now. The Rock and Roman are both laying on the mat. Ref is out. Solo runs down. We haven't seen him interact with Roman since that moment. He picks up The Rock. He picks up Roman. He lifts up a thumb, and he spikes The Rock. We're in it, man. We're back in it. Just when we're out, they pull us right back in.
I'm not gonna hold you. Every time I'm out the bloodline story, they do bring me back in. They know when I'm out to believe it too. I'm not gonna hold you. It's absolutely disgusting, but I fucking love it. Fucking need it. I fucking need it.
Who you got? Who you think should be main eventing night 1?
Jey Uso, man. He won the Rumble. Stop taking away the beautiness of the Royal Rumble winner main events WrestleMania, because now it's an asterisk. They shouldn't even no. You won this match. You fought 29 other superstars in a sense to main event WrestleMania, to win the title at the main event. This is what you did it for. This is what the Rumble is all about. And now it's not. Now it's just you get a title shot. It's money in the bank, but you can't pick when you choose it.
Honestly, I don't have an issue with it. Because when fucking Kevin Owens and Stone Cold main evented WrestleMania 38, everybody was like, yeah.
But that was improv. They weren't scheduled to be the main event, you know.
But it says they are.
Hey, because they did it. You know, I mean, Chano, if me and you run on camera and start fighting, and Marcus gets a pinfall, as long as it's an official count, we main evented, bro. They can't take that from us.
You know what's mad funny? You know what's mad funny? Depending on we're gonna be mad at Brandon either way who he calls the match for. You know what I mean? Like, I know you live with him, but we're boys. Who care? Y'all niggas is related.
We met the same year.
This nigga fed you a Black Widow spider for breakfast, and he didn't even tell you.
I'm just saying. I think even if you did the co-main event, who's going to co-main event for night 2 for Cody Cena?
Tiffany
Charlotte. So you don't. So mid card. Could you see EO opening then either show?
She could potentially, but she'd probably be on night 1. Balance that card out.
Yeah, sure. She's an opener.
You know what's crazy? If in every other universe, that triple threat women's match is probably the main event. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Is the main event.
I'm not gonna hold you. Charlotte fucked up her own situation. If she would have picked Rhea for part 3, that's easily the main event. You know what I mean? That's easily WrestleMania Night One main event.
Yeah,
Part
they
3
weren't
for
gonna
all
do
the
that.
marbles.
I don't get why she didn't choose Rhea.
Because they obviously
don't
knew
either.
that they wanted CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns to be the main event.
Fucking,
But it should be
they wanted the layup.
Luther versus Jey Uso.
Nah, brother. I'm not gonna hold you. You on your own. I do not want to see that match as a main event.
I'm just saying, what's the point
No.
of giving him the main event and then he's not the main event, and then he won a stipulation where he's the main event and still
Thank you.
isn't the main event?
Because being main event Jey Uso is a lifestyle. It's not a thing. You know what I mean? If you live your life like your main event, Jey Uso, every match is the main event. He's not mid card Jey Uso. He's main event Jey Uso. Every match he's at feels like the main event.
He's about to be tag team champ Jey Uso in a couple months.
Yeah, but you're gonna respect his name and say former world heavyweight champion while you say it.
Put some respect on his
Because
name.
if it was you, I remember a couple months ago, everyone was like, Jey Uso, he'll never be a single champion. Because he's only a tag team guy. Then my man's won the Intercontinental strap. Then he won the Royal Rumble. And now he's about to win the world title. And then I'm still talking shit about tag team Jey Uso. Crazy.
The man's a crazy great
Hater
tag.
alert. Hater alert.
It's crazy.
Also, they should have saved that tag match. They should have saved that reunion, I think. But yeah. Jey Uso should main event. Gunther should hold the title high at the end of night one.
You're smoking crack. You're doing absolute drugs. I'm calling your job the moment we start recording. I'm putting to go get drug tested. You're on drugs. Bro, I swear to God, bro. That's another match I'll be vexed. If Gunther finishes the whatever, bro, there's 2 matches that I'll be absolutely vexed for. I can live with Cody Rhodes as champion, right? If LA Knight beats Jacob Fatu and if Gunther beats fucking Jey Uso, don't talk to me. Nobody fucking talks to me.
Gunther versus Cena at Survivor Series?
Yeah, okay. Gunther doesn't need to hold the belt for that.
Yes.
And I don't want to see John Cena die. He's an older man.
But then it's going to be Jay versus John at Survivor Series.
For what? They don't do champion versus champion no more.
They will when Cena's there.
No, bro. You know how I know that's not going to happen?
Honestly,
you know how I know that's not going to happen? Because they have the Dubai show. That's what Crown Jewel's for, champion versus champion.
Cena,
Cena, that's right. Whatever that is.
Checkmate.
Cena Jey Uso promos, I think will cook. Because then you tie Cena into the bloodline stuff, you know what I mean?
You have Roman help the tribal chief,
and then you can bring Roman back into the storylines with Cena.
I'm not interested in another Roman and Jey Uso match. First 2 were good. SummerSlam match was ass.
You'll initially be building for Cena Roman.
Another one? 2 part-timers? God bless Paul Heyman. Fucking is carrying that feud by himself. Jesus fucking Christ. You guys just want to make Paul Heyman go to fucking work, don't you? Fucking Paul Heyman fucking begging on his knees, crying. He's like, my tribal chief Roman Reigns. And fucking Cena just going, crickets.
With that being said, man, y'all go ahead and get your plugs while we get up out of here.
Twitter, MySpace, AOL, AIM, MSN, BBM, Chanko, CHANCKO_, also known as the Dean of Admissions at Hate U University. If you hate wrestling the way I do, especially Chris Jericho, apply to the school. There are a whole bunch of courses I think you guys will like.
And I'm the one that makes them say, oh, damn, I'm Nit Ram. You can catch me on Twitter at NITRAM_4 SOTR. That is NITRAM_4 SOTR.
Yes, and I am Marcus Hernandez. You can follow me at the Founder MH, but most importantly, follow us on all of our social media platforms. 4 Sides of the Ring podcast on Instagram, 4 Sides of the TR on X. We are on Blue Sky. We are on Threads. We are on everything. Follow, like, subscribe to us on YouTube, especially if you've been watching this long. Other than that, enjoy Friday Night SmackDown. Enjoy AEW's Dynasty. He wants to apply to the university.
You're already in, brother. I pushed the application. I pushed the application the moment the school opened.
Full scholarship.
Full scholarship, baby. You don't need no financial aid.
Always remember, if you're not enjoying wrestling, You're just not watching it right. We'll catch you guys next week.